know this fellow? No, I must say I find that hard to believe. It seems like he's everywhere these days. In the streets, on the train. I know I see him nearly...
Going into the Kids TV project, I knew very little about 3D software, let alone mixing 2D and 3D elements together. My past projects had been, up until this point, mostly 2D oriented. Although I'm no stranger to taking a mixed media approach with my projects, 3D, however, was entirely new grounds, with my only experience being the botched attempt at the infamous donut tutorial for Blender. So I had to learn and get to grips with Blender by making a fishbowl and a fish. I even revisited the donut tutorial. With a lot of troubleshooting and feeling my way around, I was able to learn enough about Blender to execute my project. Research! Since my project was in the ages from 12 to 17, I was able to look at shows and artists that had a more mature handling of their story and visual style. Examples like Regular Show, Invader Zim, Johnny Bravo, shows that are still aimed at a child demographic but can be a bit more mature, where I would gather references from YouTube animators, music videos, animation and illustration, so I could get an idea of how to structure my own art style for the project.
Development.
Then I started making character turnarounds of the 3 starring characters of my little taster film, trying to find the look and style of each of the characters, where I would end up creating Philip and Ginger. Oh yeah, and Terry. I wrote my script, voiced my characters, and was on to the storyboard process. Multiple pages of layouts, shot composition, and dialogue. Since I decided to animate my characters in 2D with 3D backgrounds, I built multiple environments for different scenes, everything from buildings, ventilation shafts, the gallery, and modern art. After scenes are set, I began animating my characters on Clip Studio Paint, animating from rough sketches, moving on to line and then color, turning off background layers and then saving my character animation into a PNG sequence, and then importing to Blender as a plane. Then all I gotta do is position my animation, camera and lighting, and bish bash bosh, shot complete. When deciding rendering mode for my final renders, most of my shots were rendered on cycles, which was very taxing on my computer. With the gallery scene being rendered on Eevee. I then threw my footage and audio into an After Effects composition for editing, using the tools in After Effects to create a film grain effect over my composition for a vintage cel-shaded look. With the composition complete, so was the project. All I had to do was upload it. And that's how I made Philip and Ginger.